Good afternoon. It is 3:41 p.m. on uh, April 18th, 2021. This video is for my final exam project for ITEC 3245 database principles. So I'm going to start off with my, uh, I guess you could say it's my rough draft or my documentations. Let me get more organized here. Yeah. All right. So for my documentations, I'm going to move the over here. So this is pretty much sorry, kind of blurry, but I had to create a database using Visual Studio 2019. So that's that. So pretty much for my database, I have a voter table, administrator table, and a candidate table. So my administrator is pretty much the center, then branches off to voter, then branches off to candidate, and it's interconnected, as you can see there. Actually, this part here about the candidate name and candidate, actually, I should just delete that, but I'm just going to roll with it for now. That here, that box there, or that entity, actually gets a little bit more in depth for what this course is supposed to be. So I'm not really worried about that right now. But this is pretty much like my ERB diagram. I got administrator, I got primary key, which is my admin ID. And of course, you got admin name and admin password. You move over here to voter. Primary key is voter ID. Foreign key is admin ID, which relates back to the administrator. Then you come down here to candidate. Primary key is candidate ID. Foreign key is voter ID. And so that interconnects. Pretty much the administrator can get access to voter, and then also can get access to the candidate. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much my documentations. So what I'm going to do is minimize this. We have, so this is Visual Studio 2019. Try to get my camera here all straightened out. So I pretty much got this started already. Go to here. Go to build. It wants to come up. I will not build. Add. My bad. New item. Let's go to Rev Forms. I want Rev Forms master page. So I'm going to assign this as Gilmore. I'm going to just say final. Project or PROJ. And I'm going to hit add. Then I'm going to come back to here. So that's, yeah. So I'm going to come back to here. Right click. Go back down to add. New item. I'm going to go to web. Then I'm going to add a web form with master page. And this one here, Sometimes you can say default, but for this final, I'm actually going to say M Gilmore uh, final. I'm going to hit add. I'm going to select my master page I created just a few minutes ago. So I got that. And this here is where you're actually going to write down your SQL scripting and all this good stuff. You look over here, the toolbox. I can just this is pretty much all the tools. I can add a button, but for this, I kept this project pretty simple. I didn't get very creative into it, but I can do a button, which that's like your submit button. If you want to type in like information, then hit submit, and then add it to the database. But mostly, I'm going to focus more down here my appearance. SQL data source and grid view. So yeah. But first things first, I'm going to come back over here, right click, add. I want to add ASP app data. And here I'm going to add a new item. I'm going to hit database. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down, I'm going to say final project, if I can spell correctly today. No, shit, crap. Project, there it is. See, so I got final project, the .mdf, which is my database. Always make sure that's highlighted. I'm gonna hit add. And then there it is over here. That's my database. So I'm going to go back over here to Server Explorer. I'm going to right click on tables. I'm going to add new table. And this is where you get your, this is where you create your database table. So for this one, I'm going to type in administrator. Administrator. Then I'm going to hit over here, and I'm going to do admin, and I'm going to leave that as ID. Yep, we'll make this as a primary key entity. Identity. And then I'm going to just follow my, I'm going to just follow this. This is my little rough draft. So I'm going to, got my primary key admin. I'm going to add admin name and admin password. Then I'm going to, once I do that, I'll go up here and hit update, and it updates and builds my database, my table to the database. And I'm going to do that for each one. So I'll do the same thing for builder, same thing for candidate. So let's see, I'm going to do admin name, and for this I'm going to use the varchar, and I'm going to say 255 because some names are longer than others. I'm going to do admin admin. Well, one thing I learned that it has to be identical. So pretty much, I got admin PASSWD, and for this one, I'm going to do integer. And I know that this is correct because right down here it says no issues found. And that's one thing I like about Visual Studio. It actually will give you alerts of what's wrong and what's correct on this, and actually uh, gives you pointers too. So, but anyway, like I said, I want to hit update. This box should come up. So so it's good. I want to hit update database. I'm going to come back over to the Server Explorer. I want to right click tables, don't hit refresh. I'm going to, then there's my administrator, and I can actually show data table, and that's my admin ID, admin name, admin password, and this is where I'll enter information for it. So, for example, let's do use the first initial. And then password can be MK 1000. So let me make sure. So yeah. So what I want to do again is I'm going to right click. I'm going to add another table. Then this is going to be my voter. Oh, let me get to the right area here. Voter. This one here is going to be my voter ID. Again, identity, which makes it a IN. So that's why you have to make sure that this is actually good to go. Now for this one, I also got a foreign key. So on this, I'm going to hit capitalize FK underscore and then ID. On this one, I'm going to use integer as well. Then I'm going to hit voter name. Again, I'm going to use varchar 255. No issues. Oh, yeah. One thing is you have to go here. I have to right click foreign key and add foreign key. And I'm telling us to go back to to the admin table or administrator table. Foreign key, that's going to be the foreign key you just created. So that's going to be this guy right here, which I can just copy and paste that in there. Reference is going to be to table of voter. And to the column is going to be voter ID. So again, make sure it says no issues found. I hit update, and then there's my update. And if I go back to the form, right click, refresh, there's my voter. And then I have to go back, right click, add new table, and then make my final this will be my candidate. Alright, key is going to be my candidate ID. Identity. I'm making it as my primary key. Then again, I'm going to make a foreign key. So it's got like FK underscore voter ID. And this is going to be my as well as integer. And then we'll do candidate name. I'm going to use Walter 255. And again, as I did earlier, I do from here. Right click, add new foreign key. Now I'm going to make this go back to the voter table. Voter table. And again, this is going to be my foreign key I just created. So I'm going to just highlight this, copy, paste. Then to the table is going to be my candidate table. Candidate table. And then it's going to be my candidate ID. And again, no issues found. Hit update. Update. Server. I'll hit refresh, and then there's my voter block. So I can just right click on voter, show data table, voter ID. There's my foreign key, admin ID, and then my voter name. If I go back to here, candidate show data table. There's my candidate ID, foreign key, voter ID, and candidate name. So, and then this is where I'll start enter information. So actually, I can close most of these down. I'm going to go back to this one here. Now I'm going to do SQL. Actually, what I'm going to do first is give it our title. So I'm going to do H2. And this is going to be my administrator. Then I'm going to go back to Toolbox. I'm going to scroll down here to my grid view. I'm going to click it and drag it up and add it into there. So this here, this is a SQL data source ID. I'm going to rename. I'm going to rename that. I'm going to put down SDS admin. Grid view. I'm going to rename. I'm going to make a one. This is a GV admin. So what I'm going to do here is go down here to split. And then that's my data source right there. Here. And remember, I named my database. I named it Final Project MDF. Next, this one here. I can rename it. I can leave it like this or rename it. But I'm going to rename it. It's going to be my final project or PLG. Hit next, and then this is where my databases are in. I could either do cut specify or just select all. If I do this one, I specify, hit next, query builder, and then I can do. I need both hands, but normally I can do shift and highlight all these and hit add. But I'm going to just do one at a time. So there's admin, there's candidate, and then there's voter. I'm going to hit close, and we're going to let's make this box bigger so we can actually see what we're looking at. I wanted to move this one over here, move that one over here. Okay. Let's put this one down here. So this here, this is where I can do all columns, or I can pick which ones to implement into the database. So of course, administrator, I'm just going to select all columns here. Here I want to do. I can do I can just do all columns. Then I can actually do execute. That's the SQL script right there. If I go down here to execute query, so that's my admin ID, admin name, admin password, voter. Yeah. Okay. Again, that's my SQL statement. I'm going to hit next. I can test the security, even though there's no information in it, but I do have my tabs up here. Everything looks correct. So I'm gonna hit finish, and then up here, so pretty much it kind of just it wrote everything out already. Like, there's my connection string right here. That's my final project that I just created. Select command. So it's select administrator, voter, candidate from administrator, cross join. I'm going to move that down here. Then I'm going to hit the grid view. Then I'm going to attach the grid view to the SDS admin. And pretty much I got to do this for pretty much each one. So again, I'm going to create a headline. Get it correctly here. This one here, I'm going to name this one as a voter. And again, I'm going to go back to here. SQL data source. And again, grid view. Then come down here, click on there. So these right here, the SQL data source 1, and this column here is what I just created for voter. But I wanted to rename it. I'm going to make this as SDS voter. And then I want to make this grid view. I'll do a GV voter. Now I'm going to click down here, and now it's got relabel it. Now it used to be SDS. Was before, now it's SDS voter. So I'm going to click on this. Pretty much same thing. My final project. Hit next. Here I can either go back to specify and attach it, or I can just click on here and go and just do all here. So I'm just going to keep it as unison. So candidate, voter, close. Make this box bigger. I'm going to shift this down here. Now this one here, I'm actually going to put the voter in the middle. And then this one here, I'm going to hit candidate. Pretty much same thing. There's my script again. HQ. Okay. Next, I can test query. You know, there's nothing in. There's no data information in it because I haven't added no voter name or candidate name or even the admin name, admin password yet. So finish. Now I'm going to go to grid view, and it's going to be SDS voter. And again, if you ever get this column stuff, you can either leave it there. It's not going to hurt anything, but it might confuse you if you're not used to Visual Studio. But normally I just delete it. All the general columns. I'm going to change that from false to true, so it doesn't repeat the columns again. Again, there's my connection string, my final project. Select command, cross join, Now I can make this a little bit easier to read. And of course, this here we can go back up here. And then I got one more to do. With it. Give it a title, H2, the headline, and then this one's going to be my candidate. Now if I can spell candidate. Then I'm going to go back to Toolbox, open that up, come down, where it says SQL data source, drag it up, go back to grid, get grid view. Now, if I go down here, there's, but no, not that one, right here, candidate. So that's the headline I just created. Voter administrator. And of course, I'm going to rename this one. SDS candidate. Candidate. I'm going to put this one's GV candidate. GV candidate. Go back down here, and of course, right here, rename what I just named it. So pretty much the same steps. Attach it to my specify. So I'm going to hit add, there, close. There it is. And for this, I want to pretty much candidate in the middle. Yep. All columns. Again, there's my SQL script. I can test it. Execute query. There it is. Okay. Next. I can test it again. Just make sure everything looks good up here. Again, I know this sounds like a broken record. I do apologize, but of course, if I had data information, the data information would show up more in here, but there's nothing there. Hit finish. Of course, bring this down. It's just easier for me to read, or for anybody else to read. I want to attach the grid view to SDS candidate. So pretty much, and if I go back to here, let me just open, no, not open that. Show data table. Let's say one. Voter name. Let's say Matthew. It's going to be 2. Let's say Misty. Yeah, 3. Let's say Mass and 4. Let's say Darth Sidious. Sidious. Let's say 5. Let's say Darth Vader. So, here it is. We'll just leave it like that. I can go back to here. Right click on candidate, show data for that one. Voter ID, let's say one. Candidate name. Well, again, this is your candidate, so this is the person that you're voting into office. Let's say it's uh, let's say let's say Hulk. Let's say two. Um, let me see, Captain America. I mean, let's say three. Um, four. Four. So that's good enough. And administrator. For some reason it's not liking. Okay, so admin name. Let's just put down Matthew. Password. Let's just do like MG. 1, 2, 3. Not really liking anybody. Okay, I gotta play with this because this is not working. What I'm gonna do is probably just hit delete. Let me go add new table. Administrator. that. Let's see, maybe handling name. Yeah, I can actually this one here I can do rebuild. When it comes up, yeah. Say that. Let's see what it looks like. Gotta get there. And this is the part that gets frustrating is might change up all this. On my voter. So as I said before, that's what it should come up. Voter ID, that's my voter admin voter names. Finish. Again, like I said, you can leave this here and delete it on columns. Yeah, I think we're done candidate. I knew I had a feeling I was going to do this wrong, but candidate test carrier. That's my. So, yep, they're right here. Get those. Well, let's make this one true on auto generate columns. Therefore, it's not going to do that again. And let's go back up here to build, rebuild solution. Should have a, yep, that's no issues found. And we got one succeeded. So let's go back up here to debug. Start with that debugging. Hopefully I should be able to have at least information in my candidate and voter. So okay. Well, we're getting a candidate. Is my not sure why my voter didn't come up now. So let's see here. Oh, that should be true. And it is going to voter. Voter. Rebuild. Okay, open game right now. Let's go back there and debug. Hopefully I get my information for voter. Oh, there it is now. So, like I said earlier, this everything's got to be precise. It gets very frustrating, but I got my voter information, candidate information. I just got to get my administrator information going. So, let's see here. True, true, true. So that's all right. So now if I go back to build or let's rebuild this since looks like I got information now in my administrator. Now I'm going to debug it, run it, and I should get information for all three. Yep, there it is. So there's my administrator. Admin ID 123. Admin name Matthew. That's admin password Misty Kelly. I mean, of course, I can add more. Voter ID, foreign key, admin ID, voter name. There's the voters, and then there's your candidates. So everything came out good. So And to be on the safe side, I would do rebuild solution. Is there, I can get rid of that. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, it's as I said earlier, everything's got to be precise. Everything from the script, your information has got to be in correctly. One, it could be one little comma missing. It could be instead of like your admin ID, your I and ID could be uh, lowercase by it could be actually uppercase. So, but like I said, it gave me errors. I went back through it. As you saw, it administrator, candidate, voter, everything came up information wise. So, happy about it. And I hope you enjoyed the video. So, yeah, have a good day.